Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures that might just be lying inside your pocket change. Today, we bring you a truly fascinating journey into the world of rare American coins, focusing on the iconic and highly sought-after 1952 D-Wheat penny. This small copper coin may look ordinary, but its story, history, and potential value make it one of the most exciting coins to own in the world of numismatics. The 1952 D-Wheat penny is a treasure from the past, minted at the famous Denver Mint, symbolized by the D mint mark that appears just under the date. Back in 1952, America was in a post-war boom, building its economy, infrastructure, and pride. During this period, coins played an essential role not just in daily transactions, but also in representing the strength and identity of the United States. The Wheat Penny series, introduced in 1909, had already become an American classic, and the 1952 issue was no exception. What sets the 1952 D-Wheat penny apart is not just its age, but the incredible craftsmanship and detail that went into each coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse carries two bold wheat ears symbolizing national prosperity. It is more than just a coin, it is a piece of American heritage. Now here's where the real excitement begins. The 1952 D-Wheat penny isn't just a nostalgic artifact, it's a potential goldmine for collectors. With a mintage of over 746 million, not all of them survived in pristine condition. And those that did, they've become extremely valuable in the eyes of serious collectors, especially if they hold unique features like doubling, off-center strikes, or full red luster. The reason this coin is so valuable today lies in rarity combined with condition. A simple 1952 D penny found in circulated condition might not raise eyebrows, but one in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded MS66 or above, can fetch significant sums. Collectors search the world for top condition examples to complete their wheat penny sets, and the demand keeps pushing the value upward. Even more thrilling are the era coins from the 1952 D batch. Known varieties include repunched mint marks, RPM, die cracks, and more. These tiny errors, invisible to the naked eye, can make a common coin suddenly rare and incredibly valuable. Some of these rare era coins have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars at auction houses. Imagine this: a 1952 D-Wheat penny, carefully preserved for decades, sold at auction for over $4,800 because of its top-notch grading and brilliant red color tone. That's right, a single penny turning into nearly $2,000. These cases prove that the value isn't just myth or legend. It's very real and verified. So if you've got an old jar of coins sitting somewhere in your house, or if you stumble across a dusty box in your attic, pay close attention to any wheat pennies you find. Look especially for that small D beneath the 1952 date. Examine it closely, check for errors, and if you see that red shimmer or a flawless surface, you might just be holding a coin worth a fortune. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for coins like this, and the market is more active than ever. With social media, auctions, and online marketplaces booming, the right buyer is just a few clicks away. Many people who had no idea about coins are suddenly discovering the hidden gems they've been holding onto for generations, and cashing in big. Even if your 1952 D-Wheat penny isn't a top-grade mint condition piece, it's still a piece of American history. It speaks of a time when copper was king, and coins had weight, character, and story. That alone gives it collector value, and the potential for more if you preserve it well or find a rare variation. One of the most inspiring stories comes from a young coin enthusiast who found a 1952 D-Wheat penny in pocket change, submitted it for grading, and ended up with a near-mint state result. That coin sold for over $6,000, simply because someone knew what to look for. That could be you, today. This isn't just about selling a coin. It's about holding something meaningful, something crafted in another era, and realizing its worth both in dollars and in historical value. Whether you're a beginner or seasoned collector, this coin is a must-watch and a must-have. So, if you own a 1952 D-Wheat penny, don't ignore it. Get it appraised, check its grade, examine it under magnification. Because what you think is a common penny might actually be a valuable collector's item, possibly worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. Remember, condition is king. A coin in mint state, with full details and natural shine, can change your financial game. Even more so, if it's an error coin or a low population grade. These are the coins collectors fight to own and are willing to pay a premium for. In conclusion, the 1952 D-Wheat penny is more than just a relic. It's a valuable asset. Whether it's a hidden gem in your drawer or an addition to your growing collection, this coin holds a place of honor in the numismatic world. So keep your eyes open, your hands steady, and your passion burning, because your next great discovery might just be a penny. Next up, the legendary 1953 D-Wheat penny. Minted in Denver, this coin might seem like just another penny to the untrained eye, but those in the know understand the hidden value behind this copper classic. It carries the D mint mark, denoting its origin from the Denver Mint, one of the busiest mints during the post-war period of American history. The year 1953 was a time of change and optimism in the United States. World War II had ended less than a decade earlier, and the country was experiencing an economic boom. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was already a beloved piece of everyday currency, with its iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat ears symbolizing prosperity on the reverse. But the 1953 D-Wheat penny was more than just currency. It became a silent witness to an era of progress, hope, and recovery. And over time, this seemingly simple coin began to grow in desirability, not just for its historical importance, but because of its growing rarity in pristine condition. So what makes the 1953 D-Wheat penny so valuable today? It's all in the details, literally. While millions were minted, only a tiny fraction have survived in mint state condition, especially with sharp details and original luster. These are the coins collectors crave. A well-preserved 1953 D-Wheat penny with little to no wear, original red coloring, and flawless surfaces can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on its grading. Over the years, auctions have revealed just how high the demand for this coin can go. Some examples in perfect condition, graded MS67 red by PCGS or NGC, have sold for over $8,500. That's right, one single penny, worth just 1 cent in 1953, could be worth over $2,000 today. Imagine finding that in an old drawer or inherited coin jar. But what pushes this coin into that upper tier of value? It's not just age, it's rarity in excellent condition. Many of these pennies were used in everyday commerce, tossed around, worn down, and ultimately lost to time. Only a small handful have been preserved untouched, sealed away in collections, and stored with care since the moment they left the Denver Mint. And then there's the allure of mint errors. Yes, some rare 1953 D-Wheat pennies were struck off-center, double-die errors, or came with repunched mint marks. These error coins are the holy grail for collectors and can send values soaring to $10,000 or more depending on the uniqueness and quality of the error. Now here's something that should truly get your heart racing. You don't need to be a millionaire to own a valuable coin. You might already have one. That's the thrilling part about wheat pennies, especially those from 1953 D. They still turn up in old coin rolls, inherited collections, and yes, even in pocket change from time to time. Imagine flipping through an old family album, opening a forgotten jewelry box, or checking under the floorboards of your grandparents' house, and finding a shiny, untouched 1953 D-Wheat penny waiting for you. That moment could change your life. The coin is crafted from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a metal composition that gives it a rich, warm tone. Unlike today's zinc-based cents, these old wheat pennies feel more solid, more meaningful. They were built to last, and that durability is part of why collectors love them so much. Collectors today are constantly hunting for top-grade 1953 D pennies. The coin's value has appreciated steadily, especially in recent years, as more people enter the numismatic world and older coin stashes continue to dry up. Demand is rising, and supply is shrinking. That's a recipe for skyrocketing value. It's important to understand that every 1953 D penny tells a story. Some may carry slight die varieties, doubling effects, or misalignments, all of which add character and potentially value. If you're lucky enough to have one with these features, it could be worth far more than the average collector's price. And let's not forget the nostalgia factor. Holding a 1953 D-Wheat penny is like holding a piece of living history. It connects us to the hands of those who once carried it through the golden age of American growth. It brings the past alive in a way no textbook ever could. So, how do you check if your 1953 D penny is worth a fortune? Start by inspecting the coin under bright light. Look for strong detail, no major scratches, a full wheat stalk on the reverse, and bold mint luster. If you think it's in excellent condition or has a rare error, get it graded by a trusted third-party service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, not all coins are created equal, even within the same year. The difference between an $11,000 coin and a $12,500 coin could be just a few marks or some hidden doubling on the lettering. That's why collectors and investors are always on the hunt for hidden gems like this. To the average person, it may look like an old coin. But to the trained eye, the 1953 DeWitt penny is a shining opportunity, a collectible treasure, and a powerful reminder of America's rich numismatic legacy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever come across this iconic penny, don't ignore it. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Take a second look, because the next time you hold a 1953 DeWitt penny, you might just be holding a small copper fortune. Next up, the 1955 DeWitt penny. This coin may seem small, but don't let its size fool you. Its value, history, and hidden treasure potential have captured the imagination of collectors across the world. This coin was struck in Denver in the year 1955, a time when the United States was in a post-war economic boom. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, had been in circulation since 1909, and by 1955, it was deeply woven into the daily life of millions of Americans. But not all pennies are created equal, and the 1955 D is a perfect example of that. What makes the 1955 D penny so fascinating is the combination of its era, its minting background, and the strong demand it holds among collectors. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the D mint mark just below the date, signifying its origin. Over 563 million of these coins were minted, but only a select few remain in top condition today. That scarcity in pristine form is where the magic begins. Collectors aren't just looking for any 1955 D penny. They are hunting for those near-perfect, uncirculated specimens, those that have survived the decades without damage or wear. Such coins can be worth far more than their face value, sometimes hundreds of dollars. And yes, the highest auction records for this penny in MS67 plus red condition have reached well over $14,000. Imagine finding one in your pocket change or an old drawer. That 1-cent coin could be a hidden treasure. Thousands of coin dealers and collectors regularly scan online marketplaces, auctions, and coin shows just to get their hands on a flawless 1955 D penny. The demand is real, the excitement is intense, and the value is rising. Now, let's rewind to understand why the wheat penny design was so beloved. First minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the wheat penny features his iconic profile on the obverse. The reverse displays 2 wheat ears, symbolizing growth, prosperity, and agriculture, the pillars of early American life. This design stayed in use until 1958, making every wheat penny, especially those from the 50s, a nostalgic piece of U.S. history. The 1955 D is a coin born from America's golden years. In the mid-1950s, the country was embracing innovation, rebuilding its economy, and stepping into a new age of prosperity. And while other mint locations had their quirks, like the famous 1955 Philadelphia double die, the Denver Mint coins stood for strength, stability, and precision. But make no mistake, while it lacks the doubling of its Philly cousin, the 1955 DeWitt penny is still incredibly valuable. Especially in high grades, with a deep red copper tone and strong strike, this coin becomes a centerpiece in any collection. Collectors crave it not only for its monetary value, but also for its connection to a powerful era in American history. As years pass, coins like the 1955 D are disappearing from circulation. They're being locked away in private collections, passed down through families, or sold in high-stakes auctions. That rarity only fuels the demand. And when demand rises, so does the price. The best examples certified by top grading services can command premium prices, sometimes more than 1,000 times their face value. So how many people want to buy this coin? The answer is simple: thousands. Online forums are filled with posts from people seeking it. eBay listings for high-grade specimens receive dozens of watchers within hours. Coin dealers actively look for clean versions to satisfy their customers. This penny has become more than just a coin. It's a hot commodity in the numismatic market. Its popularity is not just because of its age or beauty, but also because it represents a time capsule. A coin from 1955 can tell stories about American culture, industry, and craftsmanship. People collect them because they want to own a piece of that legacy, a tangible link to the past that grows in value over time. Another interesting factor in the value of the 1955 D-Wheat penny is how condition impacts pricing. A circulated coin may fetch a few dollars, but a mint-state example with sharp details and rich luster can command hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's why collectors pay to have these coins professionally graded, because even the tiniest blemish can mean the difference between a $15,800 penny and a $16,900 one. Auction houses have reported record sales for the finest examples. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified top-grade 1955 D pennies with prices that astonish new collectors and thrill seasoned investors. It's a perfect coin to invest in if you're looking to enter the exciting world of rare US coins. And let's not forget the emotional and historical connection. Holding a 1955 D penny is like holding a piece of the American dream. A time when cars had tail fins, Elvis ruled the airwaves, and pennies still bought something sweet. It's history you can hold in your hand. So if you ever come across a 1955 D-Wheat penny, don't ignore it. Examine it closely. Check its condition. If it's a bright, uncirculated beauty with that iconic red copper glow, you might be holding onto a small fortune. There are collectors right now who would pay top dollar to add it to their treasure. The excitement around this coin isn't fading anytime soon. In fact, as coin collecting continues to grow worldwide, coins like the 1955 D are becoming even more attractive. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious investor, this coin is a must-watch and a must-have. The 1955 D-Wheat penny is a reminder that value can hide in plain sight. In drawers, jars, and forgotten piggy banks, pieces of American history wait patiently for discovery. So go check your change, search your collections, and maybe, just maybe, you'll strike copper gold. Stay inspired, stay curious, and never stop searching. The 1955 D-Wheat penny proves that even the smallest coins can carry the biggest stories, and sometimes the biggest rewards. Next up, the 1956 D-Wheat penny. This coin, minted in Denver, might just be lying in your pocket change or hidden away in an old jar of pennies. But don't let its small size fool you. This little copper coin could be worth far more than you think. The 1956 D-Wheat penny is a true gem from the tail end of the wheat cent era. With the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side and Abraham Lincoln's sharp profile on the obverse, this penny carries over half a century of American history within its copper shell. More than 1.05 billion of these coins were minted, but only a tiny percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. And these are the ones collectors are hunting for day and night. You may wonder, if over a billion were made, why is the 1956 D-Wheat penny considered so valuable? The secret lies in its condition, its eras, and the demand among coin collectors. Even today, countless buyers across the United States and worldwide are actively searching for rare variations of the 1956 D penny. Some collectors are offering impressive amounts for coins with doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or brilliant uncirculated luster. The market is strong, the interest is real, and the competition is rising. The 1956 D-Wheat penny wasn't just made as any regular coin. It was minted at a time when America was booming post-World War II, and the economy was growing rapidly. This coin reflects that era of industrial might and national optimism. When you hold this coin, you're not just holding copper, you're holding a piece of America's golden past. Now, let's talk value. While many ordinary circulated 1956 D-Wheat pennies might fetch only modest amounts, high-grade uncirculated specimens, especially those with special characteristics, have sold for hundreds, and in some rare cases, thousands of dollars at auctions. A top-tier example, graded MS67 plus red by PCGS, can bring up to $17,800 or more under the right circumstances. That's right, $7,000 for a penny. That's not just rare, that's extraordinary. The coin's reverse design, with the words 1 cent flanked by the 2 wheat stalks, is a nod to early American ideals of hard work and prosperity. This coin was the final full year of the wheat penny before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. So in many ways, the 1956 D is among the last of a beloved era, making it all the more collectible. Collectors love this coin, not just for its design and rarity, but also for its beautiful copper-red tone. If your 1956 D penny still maintains its original red luster, its value multiplies dramatically. Red designation is extremely important to collectors, as it shows the coin has not darkened or toned over time. So don't clean your coins, preserve their natural brilliance. Interest in vintage American coins has surged over the last few years, especially online. More and more buyers are looking to complete their Lincoln wheat cent collections, and the 1956 D is a must-have. Online auctions, rare coin forums, and coin shows are teeming with buyers who are willing to pay top dollar for exceptional examples. If you own one in mint state condition, you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. And there's another twist. Certain 1956 D wheat pennies feature doubling errors, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misstrike. These error coins are extremely desirable and can fetch premium prices. A doubled die or repunched mint mark can elevate the coin's value instantly. Always inspect your coin carefully, or have it evaluated by a trusted grading company. From coin collecting veterans to young enthusiasts, everyone wants a slice of this copper treasure. It represents more than just money. It's nostalgia, it's history, and it's an investment. Many collectors say the 1956 D is one of their favorite coins because of its beauty, availability in high grades, and the hidden potential it carries. The mint mark D, just under the date, stands for the Denver Mint, one of the most productive mints in US history. Denver minted coins are well known for their quality strikes, and 1956 was no exception. This coin has withstood the test of time, maintaining its charm, its style, and its collector's appeal. When it comes to selling, you don't have to wait for a buyer to knock on your door. Many platforms, from eBay to heritage auctions, are constantly buzzing with activity. Sellers have found enthusiastic collectors eager to snatch up top-condition 1956 D wheat pennies at premium prices. Make sure your coin is professionally graded if you want to receive the highest possible offer. This coin is a fantastic example of how everyday items can become valuable treasures. People across the globe, especially in the numismatic community, are always on the lookout for these coins. If you have one, you're part of something much bigger, an international market driven by passion, history, and rarity. Even if you're not a collector, the story of the 1956 D wheat penny is one worth sharing. It's a story of craftsmanship, legacy, and surprise. Many who found these coins in old boxes or piggy banks had no idea that their small discovery could lead to a massive payday. So next time you see a penny from 1956 with that tiny D under the date, don't overlook it. That humble coin may be far more powerful than it seems. Examine it carefully, check for luster, look for any doubling, and get it appraised. You could be sitting on a prize-winning collectible. The value of this coin is more than monetary. It symbolizes an era, a tradition, and a connection to America's hard-working roots. Whether it's passed down through generations or discovered at a garage sale, its legacy continues to shine. And remember, folks, rare coins like the 1956 D wheat penny remind us that even the smallest things can hold immense value. Don't throw your pennies away. You might just be discarding history. Next up, the 1957 D wheat penny. Yes, this little copper coin, struck decades ago, could be worth more than you think. The 1957 D wheat penny was minted in Denver, marked with the letter D, just below the date. While it may look like an ordinary penny to the untrained eye, collectors know it carries history, mystery, and yes, serious value under the right conditions. This coin is not just a piece of copper. It's a relic from a time in American history when every detail, every design choice, and every mint mark told a story. In 1957, America was thriving in its post-World War II boom. The Lincoln wheat penny had already become a symbol of resilience and pride. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the wheat penny featured his profile on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the back, symbolizing prosperity. The 1957 D issue came near the end of the wheat penny era, just before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. So, why is the 1957 D so important today? It's not just about age, it's about condition, rarity in pristine states, and the growing demand in the numismatic market. Collectors are on the hunt for these coins in mint state condition, and in auctions, they've been known to fetch incredibly high prices. One particularly stunning example graded MS67 Plus by PCGS sold for a jaw-dropping $18,475. That's right, over $7,000 for a penny. What makes a 1957 D Wheat penny valuable? The key factors include the coin's luster, strike quality, and whether it has any errors or unique varieties. There are 1957 D pennies that feature double die errors, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes, and these variants can skyrocket in value. The more perfect and rare the features, the more collectors are willing to pay. And yes, many people are interested in buying these coins. In the online collector marketplace, listings for high-grade 1957 D Wheat pennies attract thousands of views. Collectors and investors alike are searching through rolls of pennies, checking their old jars and drawers, hoping to uncover this elusive treasure. Social media and numismatic forums are buzzing with discussions about this coin. Enthusiasts share images, grading tips, and price updates regularly. With more collectors entering the hobby every year, the demand for coins like the 1957 D continues to grow. This is not just a hobby anymore, it's a serious market. And in any market, demand drives value. It's important to note that the historical significance adds to the coin's allure. 1957 was a year of political tension, cultural evolution, and economic growth in the United States. Having a coin from that era in excellent condition is like holding a tangible piece of history, a snapshot of an America that was shaping the modern world. These coins were made primarily from 95% copper, which already gives them intrinsic value far beyond today's zinc-based pennies. Copper has its own worth, and with the rising value of precious and semi-precious metals, even the metal content boosts its appeal. Beyond metal, there's the emotional connection. Many collectors are building sets of Lincoln Wheat pennies from 1909 through 1958. Finding the perfect 1957 D fills a critical gap and elevates the prestige of the collection. That's why even a single penny can command an impressive price when found in a pristine state. Now let's talk numbers. While average circulated 1957 D Wheat pennies may trade for a few cents to $1, uncirculated ones in high grades start attracting premium bids. Coins graded MS65 can fetch $20,500 to $23,000. MS66 and higher? You're talking $25,000 to $28,000. But MS67 and above, especially with unique varieties, that's when the thousands start rolling in. Don't forget about coin shows and auctions. At major events across the US, professional collectors are paying top dollar for rare, high-grade 1957 D specimens. These coins are auctioned off in competitive bidding wars, sometimes reaching several $1,000s, depending on quality and rarity. Grading plays a huge role. If you think you've found a promising coin, don't guess, get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS and NGC provide certification that makes your coin trustworthy in the eyes of serious buyers. A certified coin commands a much higher price than one without professional verification. Another reason this coin is a must-have is because it's nearing the 70-year mark, pushing it into a realm of deeper historical recognition. Collectors know that coins age like fine wine. The older and more pristine, the more valuable they become. Let's not forget the emotional satisfaction. Owning a valuable piece of US history that fits in the palm of your hand is more than just an investment. It's a legacy, a story, a conversation starter, a symbol of American craftsmanship and legacy. It connects you with a broader community of history lovers, hobbyists, and treasure hunters. And the best part? You might already own one. That old penny lying in your drawer might be your ticket to a valuable discovery. So don't toss your change, check every coin. The next 1957 D Wheat penny you find could be the one that changes everything. So if you're holding a 1957 D Wheat penny, especially one with a sharp strike, rich red luster, and no wear, you could be sitting on a small fortune. And if you find one with a rare mint error or in gem condition, don't hesitate. Get it graded and listed. The collector market is ready. Remember, every coin has a story. The 1957 D Wheat penny tells a story of a growing nation, a proud minting tradition, and the enduring value of attention to detail. Don't underestimate its potential. Start searching. Start collecting. Start valuing the pennies that millions overlooked. Because in the world of coins, sometimes the smallest change brings the biggest value. And with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's treasure out there, and you just might be holding it.